Hey guys, how's it going? Thanks for checking out the Level 7 podcast. Remember,
This is our opinions, so don't get mad at us for them.
and if you disagree,
Well, then you're fucking wrong.
just kidding. Just kidding.
We're just playing.
Uh,
Sorry, go for it.
no, you. We both just went, at this.
We did. It was weird. Really threw me off too.
That was my bad.
So I mean, we thought it'd be really fun to start this podcast off with another one of those lists of our 3 favorite games from a random console that we decided to pick.
Yeah, based on nothing except for, some coffee discussion.
Yep.
We went with Game Boy.
Dude, I fucking love the Game Boy.
It's just the classic. Now, we're talking original Game Boy.
Yes.
No color games, no advance. We got to save as much of that content for this as possible. So we're going to be real specific. Soon enough, we're just going to, the best game to come out in June of 1984,
Yep.
So.
It'll be a hard one. Now I'm curious as to see what games came out in June of 1984.
Well, there are some games that we did exclude from being part of the lists because, I don't know, they're just, a lot of them are obvious picks, and I think we've been over it, right? So we decided to exclude the Mario games, like the classic Mario games. Like
Super Mario Land, Super Mario Land 2.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And then the Pokemon games.
Yeah, I mean, if you like Pokemon, seriously, you just play the first generation. They don't take very long. They're very good introduction for RPG players if you're just wanting to check it out.
Well, and I mean, the reason that we're skipping these is because these are just like classics. They're all-time favorites for just about everybody, so it's kind of hard to
and
not put them on every list. So
yeah, no Zelda either.
yeah, Mario series, Zelda, and
because those
the
are
Pokemon.
Those are just must plays. If you have a Game Boy, just buy those.
Right.
They're great places to start.
Yeah.
These
They're
are
the best places to start.
probably these are our games. After that, you've played those. Now you need something else.
Yeah, here you go. You want a bad opinion? Come talk to your boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, who's going first? Are you still looking up what game came out in 1984?
No.
Oh, okay. It was David.
Yes, I am.
I wish there was a game about David Bowie's 1984. You know the song.
Pole Position.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay.
Mrs. Pac-Man.
All right. Yeah.
Lobe Runner and Cubert.
Those are all.
I think those are
amazing.
I don't think those were month specific. I think it only gave me the year.
Okay.
So yeah, those ones are amazing
I was
games.
going to say this is a great month.
Yeah,
The arcade, everybody's minds just blown. They're like, what the
like the best games
what is
ever.
happening right now? Okay, well, I'm going to start. I'm going to start with what I consider my oddball title.
Oh, okay.
Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure.
Oh shit! I almost actually put that game on my list.
It's so good, dude.
It is so funny because like the NES game is terrible,
awful.
But like the Game Boy version, I'll let you talk about it because it's on your list. So
no, I mean it's like the Crazy Castle style where it's like every level is like a puzzle platformer, so it's somewhere between like mappy and flicky.
That's a great way to describe it. With just like the goofiest looking Bill and Ted I've ever seen.
It's so good.
Like Abraham Lincoln there's always like 4 of them on a screen at a time, and he's trying to murder you for some reason.
Yeah, you just have to avoid. Yeah, it doesn't really make any sense.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, they're like
it really
is
just
an Abe Lincoln that just walks back and forth, and you have to like go up, grab the thing, go down, let him walk across, climb around, grab the key, find the exit. And so the whole thing is like a timing puzzle.
Yeah, like you got to figure out how to get all the coins. I think they're coins.
There's something.
I can't remember what the hell they are. Either that or like
nothing
little
that had
hourglasses.
anything to do with the movie at all.
Yeah, it was just something random. But man,
But then once you got them all, then the little would appear.
Then you had to find your way to the
booth.
door. And then like sometimes it would be like above something that if you already stepped on, you couldn't get to it.
Yeah, so you had to like memorize the level.
Yeah.
And so if you failed, you had to restart the level. Yeah, it's just a good puzzle game.
It's such a fun game. I really loved that one. That's a great start.
Yes.
Shit.
That was like one of the first games that like I found when I got my first like ROM dump on my first like
Yeah,
on
yeah.
not my first computer, but on my computer when I was like discovered what ROMs and emulators were, and I was like, Bill and Ted game.
Right. I only found that one like a couple years ago myself. Like
Yeah.
I never knew it existed until I think it was seriously like 4 years ago.
Which, by the way, the new movie was good.
Oh, I loved the new movie. I actually just bought the 3-pack of Blu-rays.
Oh, did they do that?
Yeah.
I should get that.
And I think it was only $25 for all 3 on Blu-ray compared to just paying $20 for the third one,
Yeah.
which I already have the first 2, but screw it.
Nothing like redundant copies of Bill and Ted.
I mean, I have them. My first Excellent Adventure is on DVD, and then Bogus Journey was on one of those Pizza Hut like free movie discs that you got. So you can't like skip any of the intro like commercials or anything. So I was like, yeah, it's about time I upgrade that.
Yeah, go ahead and skip that nonsense.
So, okay, well, I'll definitely start with my oddest game as well. And odd is actually in the title.
Oh, I think I know which one it is.
Yeah, Oddworld Adventures.
Yep.
Yeah. It's just it's
You even got the shirt on.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Bam. Yeah.
Which, by the way, for Soulstorm, we're going to be making those shirts again.
Yeah?
Probably a different color variation, but yeah.
That's so freaking dope. I'll probably pick one up myself. But yeah, if you've never played it or even heard of it, it's a port of the original PlayStation 1 game of Abe's Odyssey. But only like the second half of it, because it's after you've gotten out of the meat processing plant and you're in like the jungle and
You like
stuff.
start in the jungle. Yeah. I have. I maybe watched you play it at some point.
It's a hard game, but it's actually like a pretty decent port of the back half of Abe's Odyssey.
It seems like that style of game should have probably been bigger on the Game Boy because it would have worked a little better with the sprites and the limited animations.
Right.
And like how slow those games kind of operate.
Right. And they tried to compress like the actual sound effects onto the Game Boy, so they sound just awful. But like the gameplay is actually really fun, and it's kind of in the same vein where like of course you're just trying to figure out like a timed puzzle per screen.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, when do I jump? When do I throw like a meat chunk at this dog? Or it's really hard. It's really fun, and I think it's just overlooked by everybody because it's just a port of a PS1 game on the Game Boy, which makes no sense.
And it's like, is it even really a port? Or is it just a different game that like kind of borrows?
No, like
stuff?
it even fills you in. The very first thing, it has like a scroll text that tells you all about the first half of the game on the PS1, and then you start right from there, and it's the same thing.
Okay, but I mean, it's the same game essentially.
I mean, it's just a really dumbed down version of it.
Okay.
So yeah, it's kind of a technical marvel and a piece of shit at the same time, but I love it so much. So
there it is, baby.
Yeah.
The Ford Pinto
I love it. It
of video games.
That was another one that I only found like a couple years ago, and I found
Which is surprising because you've been an Oddworld fan for so long.
I think it's because, back in the day, you just assumed like it's a PlayStation 1 game. I have the PlayStation 1 game, I'm good.
Yeah, why would I get this obsolete version?
And I mean, I grew up in a town where they ordered the most obvious things and like 5 of each. So I didn't find any obscure shit back where I grew up. It was just, you got Mario, you got Zelda, you got Pokemans. They're like, that's all you need on the Game Boy. So,
I mean, you ain't wrong.
I mean, we talked about it already. Those are the important ones.
I mean, you have to play those games, even if you don't want to. I will force you to play them. All right. Well, I like it. I think not everybody knows that there was a Game Boy game, and that maybe it's worth playing because I don't think it's very expensive either, which is weird.
I think last I checked, it was around like $8 or $10,
which is
for like a loose copy.
Which is like for a video game is nothing. I don't know. It's
right. I mean, now you got me curious. I'm gonna look that up while you talk about your next one if you want to.
So my next one might have been one that we should have omitted because it's another obvious one, I think, but also, I mean, what you gonna do? I went with Tetris.
That's hilarious. I almost put that on my list as well.
Had to,
Dude.
man. Like I put so many hours into Tetris to this day.
And it's-
I still play Tetris.
I feel like it's,
the Game Boy version,
if
is,
not the best version, like tied for my favorite version of Tetris.
well, and it came with every Game Boy,
Right? Because
and and yet we're sold out at the store. So it's like that's the impact.
right, it really is. It's such a solid game. It's just so fun. The controls are perfect on the Game Boy.
And then you could like change the speed,
Right, and the
plug
sound,
in the sound.
the soundtrack is just great on there. Like,
Ding! Yeah,
yeah.
Ah.
That was the most indistinct part of any song ever.
I was like,
I know which one I was doing though.
I was like, was that Devo? Dare to be stupid. Dare to be stupid.
Yeah,
Oh man, Mark Mothersbaugh is gonna sue us.
that was spot on. Shit,
God damn it.
we screwed that up. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only other version of Tetris that I find as good is the dual cart one on the Super Nintendo. The one
with Dr. Mario?
yeah, Tetris and Dr. Mario on the same cart. I feel like it controls almost as well.
The one on the 360 was awesome. Tetris
World?
Evolution?
Oh, Evolution.
Yeah, that one I put a lot of time into. In the versus mode, and that
don't
was
think I've
sick.
Ever actually played that one? Mm-hmm. Well, all right then. There's a new Tetris I gotta go
I think
get.
that's the name of it. I could be misremembering. Misremembering. Mass remembering. Maybe mass remembering my childhood all at once. Oh my God, no, it's happening. Why now?
There's so many things.
I'm not ready for this. Anyhow,
Daddy, no.
your turn.
Yeah, my next one. I just really wanted to pick a fantastic puzzle game. And I was thinking
Tetris.
Amazing Tater, but
Ooh,
Mole Mania beats that one by a hair.
Mole Mania is good.
Like and the reason it beats it is because there's actual story to it. The characters are really likable. It's just such a fun game, and it's one of the better puzzle games on the Game Boy.
Yeah,
Like minus Tetris. Tetris is the best one. But
which is, I mean, I don't know. There's so many good puzzle games.
There really
I mean,
are.
Picross is really good.
there's like a sequel to Amazing Tater. What's the other one?
Spud's Adventure.
Is it that one? It might be.
I don't know. That's a really expensive game. That's all I know.
But yeah,
I mean, it's the only other game I can think of that has fucking potato themed.
right.
Like, how
He's
many
a tomato.
Wait,
Thank you very much.
he's a tomato?
Yeah, Amazing Tater is a tomato.
Oh.
I think he's a tomato.
Tater
Dude,
is
I don't
not
know.
a tomato.
It was black and white.
I'm sorry, but tater is a potato.
It's a tomato.
Who says you say tomato? If you say tater like it's a tater tot, that's a potato.
Okay. Well, now I'm really confused. I always thought he was a tomato.
Maybe he is. I'm just saying, if it's tater, then they messed up. All right?
Whatever.
We need to know the truth.
But yeah, so Mole Mania.
So what does that one play like?
That one-
exactly. Let's.
It's a puzzler where you're trying to get to the end of each like little section, and by like you can either be on the ground surface and getting around like little dinosaurs and shit where you could throw lettuce at them or like cannonballs, but you could also dive down into the ground where there's a sub layer and you have to like, there are rocks and stuff that'll block you from going too far, and you have to figure out your way through each level by both on the surface and like under the surface.
Okay.
And you're just trying to get to the end, and then there are like little boss fights where you throw lettuce at them and stuff, and you have to dive under the ground to like dodge certain attacks, and it's really an action puzzle game.
I mean, I think my next pick is kind of an action puzzle game too.
Yeah, nice, sweet. Well, I'm done talking about Mole Mania. Go for it.
Bomberman. It's kind of
Pocket Bomberman.
yeah, dude.
That's good stuff.
Right?
Man, I think those are the best versions of Bomberman are on like the Game Boy and Game Boy Color.
Did you ever do the Link thing? You could do that on the
No.
Game Boy version, right?
I had no friends.
Aw.
I don't know.
I think you could. I know there was one version that was portable that you could do the Link version. I'm pretty sure it was that. I think my buddy Joe and I both had it.
I think so. I mean, how could it not be? why would you not make it so you can link? That was one of the biggest selling points of the Game Boy.
But yeah, I love all Bomberman games.
They're so good. Especially like, did you ever play the ones on the Turbo Graphics? I think it was like Bomberman 94.
Yes, I did, because we played them together. You brought over the graphics mini that one day, and we played Bomberman for like legit
I think it was like
2 hours.
Yeah, it was a long time.
The kids are like, Dad, and we're just
bleeding? Like, no, you're fine.
Yeah, exactly.
We're playing Bomberman. Leave us alone.
Shut up. You need to focus. Kill Black. You know, like there's always the one CPU dude that you're like, get him.
And we kept setting him on like the hardest difficulty, so it was like fucking whipping around the map. And you're like, he's using the teleporters to blow up the teleporters.
Dude, that shit was wild.
Dude, it's so good. I do love Bomberman.
Saturn Bomberman's cool because you could do 16 players or something goofy.
Seriously?
Yeah, Saturn Bomberman is a weird version where you can hook up.
That sounds awesome.
It's either 4 Saturns with 4 controllers or
3
something with a
Saturns
multi-tapper. I don't know, multi-tappers. I don't know. There's some configuration that allows you to hook up a shit ton of Saturns to play 16-player Bomberman, which is dope. We did it once at the store. Awesome. Nobody cared.
Oh. Sons of bitches.
It was like our 7th anniversary. We had like tournaments, and that was like one of them. And people were like, "Cool, what's Bomberman? We want to play Mario." So,
sons of bitches.
But anyhow, all right. Last one. This is
okay. Last one. It's just like I have to use one of these for each one of these that we talk about. But Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3: The Radical Rescue.
Yep.
Dude, it's so good, and it's again. Like, the first 2 on the Game Boy, you can literally beat in, like, 20 minutes. And, like,
yeah,
almost back-to-back. You could beat them in maybe 30 minutes.
Those games are awesome, though. They're so much fun.
Yeah, I like the first 2, but the third one is just so good. And it's like a... It's a little bit Metroid-y, where it's just one giant map. And you have to find the other turtles, and you start as Michelangelo, and you just have to fight your fucking way through this hard as hell map, and the first boss that you come across can kill you in like 3 hits. Ugh.
I don't think I ever played that one, actually. I'll have to check it out.
It's definitely
that sounds really cool.
It's one of the most expensive Ninja Turtle games.
I mean, like how expensive?
I mean, loose, it's around $50 now.
Oh, really? Dang. I mean, there's some expensive turtle games because there's the
actually, now the turtle games are shooting up in prices like across the board.
Yeah, Turtles 3, the Manhattan one, or which
Oh
one?
yeah, Project Manhattan.
Yeah, on the NES.
Yes.
That one gets
pricey. That one's around $34.
And then Tournament Fighters on the NES. Did you know there's a version of that?
That one's like $200.
Is it? Oh my!
It's crazy, dude. Like that because nobody bought that one. It sucked.
Well, yeah. Why would there was a Super Nintendo and a Genesis version? Why would you?
Right, and they were both way better. So, yep. But yeah, looking at it, or what the hell is the site that this one uses? Whatever. But yeah, around $56 for a loose copy of Turtles 3 on Game Boy.
Wow. I mean,
even the freaking like Mutants in Manhattan, I think like the PS4 one.
Yeah.
That one's shooting back up to like $45 as well.
I mean, yeah, that was made by Platinum Games. That was the same studio that did like Vanquish and Bayonetta.
Yeah. Luckily, I own like every Turtle game.
Transformers Devastation.
I mean, yeah, they came out, I bought them.
You're like,
except for the NES one, of course, that's stupid pricey, that tournament one.
Oh yeah.
Because I bought the Genesis one.
Yeah, why would you? Yeah. I mean, for your collection.
Right. Well, no, I mean, I bought that one back in the day.
Oh yeah.
I bought the SNES one more recently when that one came into the store. Yeah, thank you. Excuse me. But yeah, I bought the SNES one when it was dirt cheap because everybody's like, "Oh, these games are dumb." I was like, "Fuck it, dude! It's Ninja Turtles. I need it."
yeah. You ain't wrong, brother. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna swoop this up.
Yeah, I think the only other one that I don't have is Hyperstone Heist.
Oh yeah. That's a Genesis one too, right?
Yeah, that one's getting pricey too, which is just like, damn it. I already had Turtles in Time. I just figured everybody would be balls deep in that one and they wouldn't even think about the Genesis one. And then
There was a run on Genesis a little while ago.
that's when it got stupid pricey. And of course, I couldn't find one before then because normally the games that I really want, I like to find in person. Like
Right.
I don't like just buying them on eBay because then I don't have like a fun memory of it or anything. So that one I was just trying to find in the wild. And then the moment I found it, it's like $57 or something. And the sticker on it looked like shit. I was like, you're out of your damn mind. I'm not paying that much for this.
Yeah. I mean, that is always a challenge, is like finding something anymore is just difficult. Like, just in general, like finding decent games, especially if it's a GameCube game, those don't even exist. Those aren't real.
Yeah.
They're not actually real. The GameCube never came out. Don't believe anybody that tells you otherwise.
Yeah.
The GameCube's not real.
It's crazy though, because that's another one where I just want another copy of NFL Street 2 on the GameCube because I have my old memory of it, like my memory card of it, and one of my friends from back in the day just jacked it from me, and then they moved to become a cop in some shitbird town, and I was like, damn it, they took NFL Street 2 with them.
Sounds like there's no justice.
No, never. And I just assumed it's an old sports game, nobody will care. And now like 2K8, like All Stars football or whatever, the one with John Elway on the cover.
Yeah,
that one's stupid pricey now too. And I'm like, damn it! I just wanted to find these games in person, and now I should have just bought them for like $2 when I wanted them originally.
You know how many copies of that I sold for like $2?
I mean,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't live here when I was trying to find that. I was trying to find it in Wyoming, which is dumb because you can't find things in Wyoming.
Wyoming isn't real.
It doesn't exist as well. It's like the GameCube.
Yeah, it's not real
People
at all.
talk about it. It doesn't exist.
Don't believe them. They're liars. They don't exist either.
I just don't want to tell you where I really grew up.
I made Wyoming up for all of this.
Yup.
Okay, I needed to
Well, yeah.
give my back a break on that thing. Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
There are 6 games. What were your 3 again? Just real quick.
So Bill and Ted,
Yes.
Tetris, and Bomberman.
Yeah.
All of which are kind of puzzle games, I think.
I mean, I kind of was looking hard to not find a puzzle game, but 2 of mine are definitely puzzle games, which Oddworld Adventures, Mole Mania, and then TMNT 3.
Yep.
So yeah, it's good stuff, man.
You did it. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks.
I like your lists. I got to check out that Ninja Turtle game though. All right. Well, let's get on to the subject. So this week in the news, there wasn't a lot going on again.
Dude, there was almost nothing. We were seriously considering doing a look back in history.
Yeah, it's like let's do a retrospect. But yeah it was a rough news week.
Indeed. But the thing that I'm actually excited about out of all of these things was Pokemon Snap.
Yeah.
Finally got a release date, like a solid one with a trailer and everything. It's going to be April 30th.
All right.
Unfortunately, not April 20th.
It was going to be April 20th originally, and they were like, we can't give the stoners that. We can't do that to the world.
Like, you should have, though.
Like,
we would have all been so happy.
It's like, you know how much weed they just legalized across the country this last year? They're like, if we do that, nobody will ever go back to work.
I mean, that's the point. That's what you want, Nintendo. You want everybody to get high off their ass and play Pokemon Snap.
They're like, no. I don't know. I don't know why they pushed it. Maybe they just need a little more time, but that's all right. I mean, it sucks to wait, but I loved Pokemon Snap. The 64 version.
Dude, it is inexplicably fun.
Well, I mean, it's great because there's like the secrets and it's just charming in each little world. And you're like, oh, that's the guy. I know him. Who's that Pokemon? And then, yeah, you can get the Snorlax and Scares.
Right. And then you can make Charmander evolve by throwing an apple at his ass when he's in front of lava.
Yep.
He falls in and then he turns into a Charizard.
That shit was tight.
You're like, that's not how it works, but cool.
That would actually be a fun thing for you to stream before the new one comes out, is the original one with that new shiny controller you got.
It's so good.
Which we do have those stocked at all 3 locations now. Those
the wireless ones?
The wireless ones. We just got them in. Yep.
That's amazing because
whole shipment.
Seriously, it is my favorite N64 controller now.
And what are they called? The retro or
The Retro Fighters
Baller.
Brawler 64 wireless controller.
The Retro Fighters Brawler 64 wireless controller.
Yes. And the dongle is hilariously huge. It's seriously like that big because it has to fit the memory card in it.
Oh, that makes sense.
Since, you don't want to have to try to
wireless,
power your controller enough to send memories across.
Right, because then you would have to probably have a separate whatever.
I mean, yeah. So easiest way, just make it so you plug in the memory card into the dongle, which it's hilariously tall and then like thin enough that you could actually plug in all 4 slots.
Oh.
So it works like a fucking dream.
All right.
Like it's seriously, and the one complaint I had about the wired version of that controller was the Z buttons, because they went all the way down, but they activated all the way the hell at the top.
Right.
So it was just like a mush. If you were trying to like push something quickly, you're just like mush, 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 mush. It was like, I fucking hate this. But they've actually fixed that. So now it's an actual button, goes down, hits the bottom, and then it goes back up. Like the travel is like a third of what it used to be.
That's good, because that is one of the more annoying things about a controller is when you're like, I should have been pressing this button 3 times by now. Mm-hmm. But whatever. That's cool. I'm glad they addressed it. That's good to hear, because I just bought a bunch of them. So
Yeah, they're great. And I got the red one, and it looks just sexy as hell.
Nice. And they sent you that, right? Like a review version of it?
No, they sent me the Dreamcast controller.
Oh, okay.
Which, man, if they can make a wireless version of that one.
Well, where'd you get that? Oh, you just ordered it?
No, I ordered that one because they did a Kickstarter campaign.
Oh, that's right.
And
that's right.
I was part of the Kickstarter campaign.
Nice.
Because, I mean, they're amazing.
Right.
So
the Dreamcast controller was sick, too.
Dude, I'm really bummed that and of course they did it like this. It just makes sense business-wise. But they gave me one of the first iterations of it, which was just the regular white with the gray. And then like 4 months later, they did colored versions.
Right.
It's like, shit.
Yeah,
I want a colored one.
Dang.
But
well, we can order them.
I mean, I don't have anybody at my house to play with me, so the fact that if I have 2 of those, I'm just going to have one that's just doing nothing.
That's depressing.
I know.
Wow. So. Okay, well, carry on.
But yeah, I'm definitely going to be playing Pokemon Snap soon on the N64.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. I will watch.
Yeah.
I'll just watch from a distance.
For 2 hours, I could probably beat it in that time. Probably.
It's a pretty short game, right? Like, I mean, there's just the different levels, but you have to get to the end of the level, right? Can you lose a level? I don't remember. I feel like I played the shit out of the game, but I'm like,
no, you can't lose.
You just
take a bunch of pictures, and then if you get enough, you get more stuff, and then the more stuff you get, you can backtrack to get
that's right.
more points, and then you can earn more
to unlock the levels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really easy. You play through it once, and you'll be able to beat it in like an hour and a half if you do it again.
Okay. There you go.
So yeah, hopefully the new one is way longer.
Well, yeah, because it seems like they made it like more of an open world is what it looks like. It doesn't look like it's like on rails.
Right.
Although I don't know how I would like that.
It's got to be on rails because they still have the same little ship that you float around in.
Right, but I was wondering if maybe you control the ship. Because the way they made it
true.
It didn't look like it was on rails.
That's true. Maybe they did. That'd be even cooler.
Like if you can actually just cruise around this little island.
Oh my gosh, now I'm even more excited. If that's the way it is, I'm going to lose my shit.
That's just the way it is.
Which
things will never be the same.
Seriously, this is actually the first Pokemon game I'm legit excited about since Pokemon Soul Silver.
You were very excited about Soul Silver.
Dude, I still have that
like I think Sword and Shield are a pretty big deal. I mean, the 3D Pokemon
that they just imported from the 3DS version of.
That's not true. Some of them, but most of them they had to make all new whatevers, who's it's and what's it.
I still need to play.
They have actual moves now, though. They actually do the move.
That's pretty damn.
It's not just like, you know.
That is pretty cool because I haven't actually played those yet. I just didn't want to fork out the cash because I unfortunately bought Let's Go Eevee.
Well, and that's not. I mean, your whole point is you weren't excited about them. You were excited about Soul Silver. But you know,
like I mean that Pokewalker thing, that was just fun.
Yeah.
And now I have 2 of them.
Oh, now you have 2 of them?
Yeah, I have 2 of
Dude,
them
those
now.
things keep going. Those
Right?
things are expensive now, too.
Because I lost my first one somewhere. And then I bought a second one when they were like $15. They're like, yeah, you just need a replacement one. I was like, cool, I'll just buy that.
Right.
And then, so I threw that into my case. And then recently my brother came over for Christmas. He's like, oh yeah, I found this in my car.
You're like,
That
sick.
was like a decade ago.
He's like, dope.
I was like, cool, I'm happy you found it.
That's awesome.
So now I have 2.
Remember those old Pokemon, like, sticker things where you could, like, load your memory card?
Oh, at the Blockbuster kiosk.
Yeah, the kiosk, and then you could, like, print
out your
photos. Man, what a waste of money and shit that was.
I was going to say, I only...
And we remember it because it was great advertising, I guess. But for like a 2-hour game with a lot of replay value, I don't know. It's just crazy, like what you remember. Like if a 2-hour game released now for $60 or $70, everybody would flip their shit.
I'd lose my shit too, though.
Well,
I'd be pretty pissed.
But back then it was like, oh.
Well, I mean, it was also, I think they really made that original one for like the rent a game culture. You could experience that whole game in a renting period.
And I guess that makes sense. I mean,
because I don't think they did those kiosks anywhere but Blockbuster.
Which makes sense. Maybe that was what they were aiming for. I mean, I guess that is sound logic, I suppose.
I see, that's what I remember of it anyway.
Hey guys, we made a game that you won't want to buy, but will love to rent.
Yeah, and then spend even more money printing out your stupid pictures.
Yeah, nope. I wonder if people still have their pictures. If you still have your Pokemon pictures,
that'd be cool.
Let's see them. Let's see them.
Just like message them to us on Facebook or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah, send them telepathically to me. There's not those pictures. Gross, dude. Oh.
You don't want to see that. Get the fuck out of
here. Okay, so we're going to try something new.
Oh, okay.
Are you ready?
Oh, yes, I am.
Okay. We're gonna like watch. So John already watched it, but I haven't. The trailer for the new Apex Legends character reveal, and we're gonna see what we can glean from this.
I mean,
this trailer.
We're gonna definitely take some inspiration from Mystery Science Theater 3000 and just make fun of it a lot and while we're watching.
Yeah, we'll see what we can actually come up with here. Let me move this here. I'm just gonna unplug that so we can.
Because to be forewarned, this is all I know about Apex Legends. I've literally never started the game. I don't know what the fuck you're doing in it. I know it's like a shooter.
It's an arena shooter.
Hero shooter.
Well, it's like, yeah, exactly. It's like...
It's not Rainbow Six. It doesn't matter.
You're just a one-game man, aren't you?
I mean, when I find one that I actually like the multiplayer in, it's hard not to.
It's an arena shooter, so it's like, or not arena shooter. I keep saying that. It's what the fuck do they call them? The Fortnite style. What are those?
Oh my god, the Royale.
Battle
shooter.
Royales. There you go.
Yes.
I'm an idiot. So yeah, it's like a Battle Royale style, right? But it's first person.
And with abilities per character.
Right.
Yeah.
So and you can't like jump very high. I don't know.
I have a vague idea of what it is, but that's about it.
Okay. Here we go. One. This is for timing. For you. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I like this.
So shiny.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there it is. The golden grenade.
Right, and this shit made me laugh the first time. I was like, who has a golden grenade?
Oh, is baby okay?
Well, this animation is...
So. These Sabo freedom fighters should have fought for some softer bones for me to land on.
Oh, wait.
It's
Show
just...
some respect for real Salvo badasses. They fought for our freedom so we could have a bit...
A bloody beautiful grenade! Woo! Freedom!
What the fuck is going on?
I've watched it like 5 times. I still don't know what the fuck is happening in this trailer.
Okay, so they're kids. They found a golden grenade. Oh.
Yeah, and then they just go back and forth with it.
Okay, so it's like a challenge thing where they're like, all right, whoever is the most daring gets the golden grenade.
I I love the music. It's
What is?
right. Like, what the fuck is happening? I don't like. I know time had gone by.
Bone cage. I've been in one of those before.
Like, haha, I stole the champion belt. She's like, fuck you, I hate you forever. And now he's fighting people.
I think I think I get what's going on. They're not trying to make any sense. It's just,
It's just one of those random videos with a bunch of cool animation.
but is it?
No.
This is like some E-Bombs World shit.
It's
like,
just good art where they stretched shit and moved it around. And now this is supposed to be a different person? Like,
well, this is that chick, right?
no, I think it's a different...
Yeah, no. Well, then she grabs the grenade. What the?
Right? Like, literally
Man,
nothing makes sense about this fucking story.
Okay, so she's got the grenade. She's at the top. He doesn't have it anymore, and he's a gladiator. And now they're throwing bullets. Oh, and she. It's a sign of respect for defeating her gauntlet. Blah blah blah.
And now we actually get into some, like, video.
This is our planet, you sneaking traitor!
Which, of course, I don't know what she's talking about.
Is there something you want, Wally? I don't reckon you're done peacocking about in the pits.
As a matter of fact, I am. Leaving the pits, leaving Salvo.
You leave in the pits.
Leaving?
Well, you're looking at Salvo's first fighter to join the Apex bloody games, eh?
Aye.
Aye. She
Give
pulled.
me the pin.
What? This?
Man, these two just need to do it and get the sexual tension out of the way.
You're gonna need this. See ya.
What the fuck?
Right? It's like,
This is.
oh no, I immediately regret myself.
I don't know, man. This backstory is just killer, though, my dude. Straight up, it's
oh,
like
man.
tension, heartache, loss of an arm.
You're like,
Oh no, my arm.
oh man, he's way too far away from it.
Why would you do that?
Well, no need for a truce anymore, eh?
No.
Throw that out for me, will ya? It's a lost cause.
Like, if that ain't the most Terminator type shit, like, oh, I lost an arm. I guess we're not friends anymore, eh? Just throw that out for me.
I might.
Like, dude, you just fucking lost an arm. Like, be concerned.
I mean, like, well, I don't know. It wasn't even like in a bad I guess it was
I
like
mean-
kind of cool. I don't understand. Like, I feel like there was so much exposition, but none of it mattered at all.
Oh, not at all.
They're like, oh man, and then one time they went to the fights, and then now he's in the fights, and then now they're fighting, but they
Like-
were always fighting, but now they're not like actually fighting. It's like when you're wrestling with your brother or something, and then like one of you gets too serious,
Right.
and
But-
then you blow off the other one's arm.
Right. Yeah, I've done that before. But,
Yeah.
and then the really confusing thing is, when we were writing about this, I assumed there were two characters that are going to be new.
But it's just the
and
one.
It's just the dude.
It's just the dude with the no arm, and then
And it's like, why
chick-
even build that character arc if the other one is not important?
so they can try to sell you the other one later when people are like,
Oh, she's back.
"Oh,
Mate.
I need the Australian cheek.
Oi!
You can't just release half." I don't even know what I'm like kind of British. I'm just like a British witch. I will have a my I'm not making any sense here. I'm not a governor.
Oi!
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm just making noises into this thing. People are probably just like, "What the fuck am I watching?" I think
Right.
I'm having a stroke.
It was so yeah.
Hey, having a stroke, mate.
Bloody toss. But
Never mind.
yeah, I have no clue what to think of that. It was the weirdest shit I've ever seen.
I don't want to think about it again.
And then so many people were like, "I'm so excited! It's so awesome!" But I mean, again, it's just because I don't know what the hell's going on in that game at all. Anyway, I mean, if they released a new Rainbow Six character, I'd be stoked about that. So it's the same thing. Most people probably wouldn't care.
I think the thing is this is like objectively, and they did just recently release a new Rainbow Six character, right? They just did Sam Fisher.
Well, that was like 6 months ago or something. I don't know. I can't remember.
Okay, well, but I mean, Sam Fisher has like a real backstory,
Yeah.
and I'm sure the operators like have that didn't make any sense. It's like that was meaningless.
Yeah,
I don't quite understand why so much work went into that.
Right, and that does just make me think of previous operator announcements where they did show both operators in like a mission or something for Rainbow Six, but then you could unlock both operators.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking with this trailer. It makes no sense.
I don't know. Maybe we're just not the target audience.
I assume that's what's going on because I am so beyond confused. Normally I could piece stuff together, but this one was just like,
yeah, I don't know. Just it felt very disconnected, very very janky. They're like,
right.
all right, they're cool bros, and they got this. They found their grenade. There's a grenade, but the grenade is actually a real grenade. But they've had it since they were little kids. But it's symbolic. But
how much time had passed since they were kids? Like 20 years?
I mean, at least. I mean, the dude had full
Freaking fusing.
grayed out chops.
Right? Fusing that grenade is some solid stuff.
Hey, man. It's a golden grenade. Everybody
yeah,
knows golden grenades last forever.
And somehow didn't hit either of them in vital organs, just took his arm off very conveniently.
How convenient.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was disappointing. Hopefully the character... Here's the worst part, is I don't know how that character plays.
Yeah, that's the most frustrating thing.
What is the point? Does he have a mechanical arm?
Does he have a golden grenade?
Is he literally... No, is he at a disadvantage? Does he not have an arm? Can he only carry one-handed weapons? Like, what is this? I want to know, how does this actually work out? Next time on Level 7.
Yeah.
We probably won't talk about that. I'm not going to look
forever.
into that. Yeah, I'll forget about it immediately after this.
So let's just jump from that because I don't know what else to say about it.
Yep, that's over now.
Not at all. Okay.
Goodbye.
Data miners have recently found a beta version of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Inside a cartridge of F-Zero.
Yeah, which is trippy. I think somebody said it was probably for like a showroom or something.
That makes sense.
Yeah, where they were gonna show something, but they're like, no, don't show that Zelda stuff. It's not ready.
And if you put it in a cartridge that says F-Zero on it, people will not.
Right.
They'll think it's F-Zero. I don't know. I'm not sure of all the details, but either way, I mean, it's cool. There's some features from Ocarina of Time that were cut.
Yep, like apparently they found some dungeons that weren't in the original or in the final game.
Like full dungeons?
I think so.
That's pretty cool.
That would be really fun to actually like try out a brand new dungeon. But I think, or maybe it's just a couple floors of a dungeon. It could be as well.
Yeah.
Another one that really stood out was somebody said that you could control Navi. Which, I
mean, for puzzle elements, you think? Or, like, what do you think the controls would have been like?
I would imagine it would have been for, like, reconnaissance almost, maybe. Be like, oh, look inside the room with Navi and see if you can get around it without being seen.
Yeah, I could see that. Or, like, some sort of, like, switches. Like,
right, maybe.
Navi's got to fly up and, like, switch something. And then you got to, like, go over and switch something to get Navi back with you without getting separated or something.
Right.
But then I'm sure trying to keep track of that in that 3D environment would be
that would have been hell
crazy
back in the day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's pretty cool. I think there also another big one was the 3 emblems that you have to collect in the game. Like, now I can't remember what they were, but it's like water, fire, and
the sacred stones.
Yeah, but like each one you could actually use, so like you'd gain the power of that one.
Well, instead they kind of separated that and made them the fairies, right? Remember you find those hidden fairies and they gave you like the moves. I wonder if it was separate from that.
They gave you moves?
Yeah, remember you can get the fire one. He's like, oh, you could get the magic powers with the blue. You get your blue little mana bar.
Oh,
nobody ever used the moves.
I was gonna say now I can't remember what they were. Like I kept feeling like it was coming up. I was like, wait, no.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
And then I kept thinking of just like different ones, like Twilight Princess, where you learn new sword moves and stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's been a long ass time since I've played Ocarina of Time.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
Like, I feel like the last time I played it was right when they released it on the 3DS.
and see, I had played it more recently on the 3DS. That version is really good.
That one was definitely a great version of it. It's just a bummer that it's on the 3DS. That's probably my least favorite Nintendo console.
Really?
I don't know why. I just can't hold on to that damn thing for more than like 20 minutes at a time. I hate the little slider. It just the whole thing is just uncomfortable physically for my hands.
Yeah.
And it just, like, it didn't bug me at first, but now, I don't know, my hands are jacked up too. So it just kind of hurts to play it for too long.
Yeah, you talking about your thumbs hurting earlier.
Yeah.
You're like, I keep clicking my thumbs and they hurt, and I'm like, quit clicking your thumbs. I want to see.
That's an
I'm-
obvious answer.
I'm trying to look up this move here. So you get the Jin's fire or Din's fire.
Oh yeah, it's like the explosion of fire around you.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a video of it happening, but
Man, I totally forgot about those. But yeah, I definitely should play that again at some point.
yeah,
Maybe before they release another Zelda game, which would be Breath of the Wild 2.
yeah. Is that supposed to come out this year?
It's supposed to,
Yeah.
but we'll see.
Yeah, exactly, right?
I mean, who the hell knows?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine with Nintendo delaying stuff, though. They're one of the few people that's like, they delayed it for a reason.
That's true.
Like,
Mostly probably for marketing and timing and
yeah.
making sure to stagger their releases. But you know what? They know what they're doing, and as long as they keep us entertained, we will not go for their blood.
Right. I mean, there's always a reason why I always have like a current gen console and then a Nintendo console. They're totally different things.
It's true. It's true.
I mean, yeah, it's cool that they've embraced it. It's weird, it's different, but I like it.
Mm-hmm. It's weird. It's different. But I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's cool that people are still like discovering new stuff all the time, but at the same time, I'm like, man, people got a lot of time on there.
Right. It's pretty crazy. I wonder how they just, like, if it's just a hobby for these people that keep finding it, or if it's like a job.
It's definitely I think a hobby.
I would imagine.
I mean, I couldn't imagine. Yeah, who would be paying anybody to do this?
I still think probably my favorite like thing that people just happen to have found at one point, and now you could kind of play it, is Resident Evil, like
The Game Boy Color version, right?
1.5. Oh, the Game Boy Color version was amazing. I really wish they just released that one and finished it, but no, it was like the first version of Resident Evil 2.
Oh, okay.
And it didn't even have Claire Redfield in it, and like the layout of the police station was totally different. It kind of looked better, but
Okay.
you also couldn't have as many zombies on screen. So
Okay.
that's why they like dumbed them down, and then they could fit more zombies on screen to make it more, terrifying back in the day.
Right. Because that's everybody knows one zombie is doable.
Yeah.
You have two or more zombies, then you're in trouble. That's when things get a little hairy.
Yeah, you walk into that freaking hallway just to the right of the entrance of the RPD, and there's like those 5 zombies right there, and you're like, "Fuck!"
uh-oh. And then just immediately coming at you.
Yeah. So yeah,
That was a moment for sure that I dream about every night.
it's that damn liquor jumping through the freaking window on me.
That was a good one.
Man, that one got me good the first time. Like, I dropped the controller. Like, I was so freaked out. I was like, fuck!
Dude,
trying to reach for it.
Silent Hill, man. That was the one that got me. That shit. Because that was like legit like terrifying.
Dude, that was like disturbing.
It wasn't like
terrifying.
monsters. It was like fucking, yeah, like it was more like psychological, like fuck it up, like slasher horror shit.
for sure. It was Saw compared to Universal monster movies.
It's true.
It's like, yeah, one's actually scary and like gross and weird, and then the other ones you're like, oh man, monsters! I love these guys.
Oh, these are fantastic.
I gotta blow them in half with a shotgun. Whee!
Hooray! Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, definitely finding cool versions of games that just weren't released or even finished it's always fun.
Yeah, I don't think I've played very many of those. Like, I don't think I've ever taken the time to be like, that there's been one that I was like, oh, I really want to like try that unfinished. Like if there was like a From Software game or some unfinished like Dark Souls levels or something, I'd probably.
The one that I really want to try and haven't yet, but I've downloaded the file.
I think there is actually.
Is there really?
Dark Souls stuff, yeah. And the PC
cool.
versions, they found some
Oh.
shit. Those data miners, bro.
Right?
A lot of time on their hands.
It's crazy how they can find that stuff. But the one that I haven't tried yet that I know about, and I actually have the file to, I just need to print out the disc and try it, is Echo the Dolphin 2 on the Dreamcast.
Okay. Oh, yeah. They did. I guess that.
I think is Appaloosa. It was when the Dreamcast was like dying. So
and
they had started something.
So it's an unfinished.
Yeah,
like,
I think it's
like,
only like 50% finished or something like that. But I mean, if it's as big as the Defender of the Future for Dreamcast, that's quite a chunk.
Is it?
So,
Again, I don't do the underwater games. They stress me out.
Dude, oh man, I have no clue why, but they make me chill like so hard.
Nice.
I love it. But yeah, Appaloosa was starting to make that, and then the Dreamcast just ate shit and died. So
Poor
they're
Dreamcast.
like, never mind. We'll port the first one to PS2, and then we'll make Jaws Unlimited or Unleashed. I think it's Jaws Unleashed.
Jaws Unleashed. Classic.
Yup. It's hilariously bad. But I still have it because
I don't think I've ever played that one either.
No.
Uh-uh.
It's okay. I mean, Man-Eater's out. Just play Man-Eater.
Yeah, I started playing that one the other day.
Man,
I was watching you stream it, and I was like, I should try this.
Yeah, it's just so much fun.
But yeah, I mean, last thing that we had on the list, right, was the Titaniumtigerzz. No, I mean, Titaniumtigerzz is the name of a professional Mortal Kombat player who was disqualified because his custom
Gamer tag.
It's like a gamer tag, but it's really not even it's kind of a gamer tag, but it's like you get a name, you make selections for your characters and you get to make like a custom name for that like class that you created, but your opponents can see it.
Okay.
It's still kind of a gamer tag, but it's not really. Said like, why'd you do this, NFR? It was something like that. The NetherRealm Studio, NSR. I gotta remember.
I think it was NRS.
NRS. There you go. Whatever. 3 letters. Why'd you do this, NRA? Why are you doing this to me? The NRA has been quiet lately. A little too quiet. Yeah, there you go. Mortal Kombat player disqualified. Yeah, he so apparently there's a character Shiva, which, I know the character Shiva. There is a character named Shiva, and character has a move like a drop kick that is unblockable, and a lot of the professional Mortal Kombat players have recognized that this is an OP character with a broken moveset. And so, yeah. So as a slight commentary, he put, "Why did NRS do this?" That was his his gamer tag for whatever, his first match. And then they disqualified him.
Jeez.
Before the first match began. They interrupted the live stream to disqualify this guy.
That's so dick. Like, if you made the character and you see something like that, just be like, no, man, it's not that unfair. Just deal with it.
Yeah, or do nothing.
Right? Like, why be so butthurt? Like, who cares?
Yeah, I don't know.
But now, of course, they've drawn attention to it even more, and now everybody's going to know about it because, I mean, we're freaking talking about it.
I mean, I guess it's hard not to like take shit personally sometimes, and I think maybe somebody just took it personally.
I mean, they must have, because damn.
And it's like, how do you back yourself out of this now? Where you got to be like, well, actually, maybe we went overboard, or do you double down now? Anybody who says anything negative ever, you have to ban them.
Right. You could always just pull a Blizzard and just cry your way through an apology. That's fucking awful.
Yeah, exactly. But now it's just like a weird standard that they've set where it's like, oh, so we can't
right? Like
say anything negative.
No curse words. Nothing like offensive.
Yeah.
Like it was just, why'd you do this?
Yeah, why did you create a broken character? And even then, that's still just kind of like, we know that you didn't try to create a broken character, right? Like, players know that these studios aren't like intentionally making broken characters, but I guess the point is like, they need to recognize that the character is broken and nerf whatever is the problem is. Especially when you have your pros for your fucking game perpetuating your competitive game, you should listen to them. Like, these are the people that are playing your game professionally. I don't know. It's just it's a weird standard.
Again, I'm just gonna bring up Rainbow Six, because one of their characters was stupid OP for a long time. It was Ella, and she had she has these sticky grenades that you just throw onto the wall, and they'll concuss a person for 5 seconds, which is a long ass time.
It's a super long time.
And also, they gave her like this submachine gun that had 50 freaking rounds in it.
Sick.
So
you just blind fire
into a room. Spray and pray. It had no recoil on it whatsoever. So you just fucking lean out and you're like, for freaking ever, everyone would die. And you're just like, sweet, I win.
Nice.
But I mean, they didn't ban people for making fun of it or anything. They were just like, okay, don't use her this time and we're going to fix that. They took away some bullets and they took away how super effective the concussions were. And I think they took one of them away. Right.
And I mean, I think that's important to recognize, especially in competitive games, that tweaking is always going to have to happen, balancing and rebalancing, especially like if you're introducing new downloadable characters, it's going to
it takes time.
It's going to need rebalancing, but to
just straight up ban someone.
To ban somebody
that out. Like just don't do that. I mean, if it really hurt your feelings that bad, just be like, okay, nobody play her for this tournament then. It's like, fine, you're going to complain about her, don't use her.
But yeah, I don't know. It seems like I'm just curious to see how they, like I said, how they are going to back themselves out and not look silly.
Right. And
I mean, don't get me wrong, I've overreacted. I get negative review on the store and I super react emotionally,
Right. I mean, it's understandable to overreact sometimes.
But I'm not representing, I'm representing level 7. I'm not representing I don't know, whatever. Fucking, it's apples to apples. Sometimes I say stupid shit when I get my feelings hurt.
Me too. Not recently, though.
NetherRealms, I'm not on your side. Just to be clear.
Yeah. And I made the mistake of just looking up Mortal Kombat Shiva.
Oh, yeah?
Let's see. I mean, some of it is just like normal, but of course now I've gone all the way past it and like backtracked. But there was some shit that came up right away, and it was like, ooh, 4 hands. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
you got to turn the filters back on, dude. You got kids in the house. You don't want them to be like, Arthur. Oh my God, DW, no.
Yeah.
That was a weird place to take that. I'm sorry.
It was a weird place. The internet took me for some reason. Thanks, internet.
Yeah. So banning people is sometimes fun. I actually asked a dude not to come back to the store today.
Really?
Yep. He was really rude to the staff yesterday about something that wasn't our fault. And then he came in today and he was super rude to the staff again today. And then he was super rude to me. And not that he's rude to me, but the fact that he's just a rude dude. And then like the whole time he's like, well, I know I'm getting kind of mean or whatever, but I got a problem. When I get upset, I just can't help but say what I want to say. And I was like, cool, dude, me neither. Don't come back. Sorry. I was like, don't talk to my employees that way. Like,
right.
I was like, you can't come in here and be disrespectful and be like, too bad. I got a problem. Like, fuck you. I got a problem.
Fuck your problems. I got problems.
Yeah, I got problems. But whatever.
That's been a pretty fun thing for me and my in-laws recently. They've learned to not say things to me that they will later regret.
I'm telling you, bro. At some point, you just gotta like unleash, and it's like,
I mean, fuck. If you're gonna be an adult and you say some shit, you better expect some consequences.
you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
That's right. So thanks, Mortal Kombat, for really driving that one home for us. We appreciate the lesson.
Yeah. Here, I got an idea. I wanted to show everybody this. So I finally did it. If you made it to the end of this, then cool. Comment on this, and you could. I'll give you one of these for free.
Oh damn!
One person.
Seriously,
I'll pick somebody and gets one. But I finally
awesome.
made more of the Jason hoodies. Here, I'm gonna.
And
so
yes,
like the Shy Guy.
yeah, we could definitely show that shit off. That is one of the cooler designs of some of our shirts. But it's Shy Guy Jason, and man, it's just done so well. Like the line weight and everything it's beautiful. I'm jealous that I didn't design that one. It's just so cool. I definitely can't wait to get my hands on my copy of it as well.
Well, it's this is like, I don't know, the third time I've reprinted this design, because just by request mostly.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, Joe Oliver did the art for it. He did the illustration, and then all the wording and stuff was done by Derek at the shop. Derek.
Nice. Well, good job.
Good lettering.
I like it.
Very metal, buddy.
Yeah.
But yeah, just tell me that you're a shy guy in the comments, and I'll pick one random person. If you made it this long, if anybody, whatever, if one person does it,
Then you win.
then you get it for it's a free hoodie. I'll ship it to you. We'll
And
figure it
they're
out.
quality hoodies too. If you've never bought one of our hoodies from the store, they're just so freaking comfortable, so soft.
They're very nice.
Yeah. So,
I wear them as underpants. I cut them. That's not true.
that's not a bad idea.
I don't know how long it's been going. We forgot to set a timer,
We totally forgot to set a timer, so it's fine.
but I think we're good. I think we talked about all the stuff.
For
Everybody
sure.
had a good time.
Hells yeah.
You got
Cool
anything
beans.
else?
Nothing I can think of right now.
Me
So no,
neither.
I'm good.
All right. Until next week. Next week we're actually gonna have our first guest.
Oh yeah.
Rob from Rob Van Gaal from the Classic Gamers of Colorado is gonna come sit in the old blanket fort with us.
Gonna be right in the middle. He's gonna be the creamy center.
Yeah. And we don't really have a plan. We're just gonna sit and chat about video games and see what happens. Maybe we'll think of something
See
to be
what
cute.
comes up.
Alrighty. Well,
That's terrifying. I'm sorry.
signing off is this guy
I'm a John.
and this guy.
And he's a John, and we're gonna
And
be done
you're
now.
and you're a John.
We're all
Everybody's
Johns
a
at
John
heart.
now.
Deep down.